God damn. Wait, yeah, is this the wrong one? How did I get the wrong video? Like, how did I do it wrong? Which one do I watch? Okay, just fucking tell me. Because, like, I mean, this is some kind of, like, weird emo music and shit. Like, alright, the top one, okay. Here we go.
Forever without hope. Forever without light.
It's a dragon. It's the wrong one? Like, well, we're gonna watch it anyway. This has like a really different theme than Dark Souls 1, though. It's got a girl in it. Ooh. It's Freddy. Or no, Jason. I forgot. I don't ever watch scary movies. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay. Well, shit, dude. This does look pretty good. Oh, that's me. Whenever I went into the Ring City. It's okay. Alright, I thought it was a Dark Souls opening. This is what I'm looking for. Is this it right here? This is what I was trying to find. Dark Souls 2. Okay, the second one or the top one? Because one of them is 8 minutes, the other one's 4. The second one, okay.
Hey, what's up, people? Michael here.
Yeah, welcome to Dark Souls. Yo, it's me, it's your boy, I'm Michael. Alright, so listen, welcome back, guys. So here's pretty much the way it's gonna work. So you got the bonfire still, and there's a different guy now, so the game's gonna be a little bit different, but you know, it's the same shit overall. So yo, thanks a lot for watching and buying the game, and hope you have fun.
If you want to partner your YouTube channel up, hit up the link in the description.
Okay.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land.
This is good. This is already good.
A place where souls may mend your ailing mind.
Okay.
You will lose everything. Once branded. The symbol of the curse. An augur of darkness. Your past, your future.
This is good.
Your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. a thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north.
Yo, I bet she could give really good blowjobs. Like, she doesn't even have any teeth, man. Think about that. Look at those teeth. There's none of them there. There's only like one. Let's go back to the thing.
Far to the north.
5,000 years old? It's a lot of experience.
A great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why.
Shit. Oh, fireflies. Oh, shit. God damn.
Like a moth drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish.
Do it, jump in.
After time.
Jump in the hole.
Is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Wow. Okay, so jump, man. Yeah. I think there's a big difference between like this one and the Dark Souls 3 and 1 cinematics, because this cinematic is entirely player driven and player focused, whereas the Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 cinematics, this one is building a narrative around your character, whereas the other two, there is an existing narrative and your character was simply taking presence in the existing narrative. And I think both of them have their own advantages and disadvantages. But coming as somebody who, I'm not really a role player, but I like the idea of taking on a role of another character. And I like the idea of being able to define that role yourself. I prefer the existing within a narrative rather than the player being the driving force of the narrative. It's just maybe that's just a personal preference, right? But it's the difference between, for example, Vanilla WoW and Legion. Whereas in Vanilla WoW, you were a hero, and in Legion, you were the class order hall master. Okay, and I feel like there's much stronger world building that can happen in a game, and narrative building that can happen in a game that's not driven and focused around the character. Now, you can, of course, make exceptions, right, with, like, God of War, like maybe Skyrim. I haven't really played that game too much. Maybe Red Dead Redemption, etc. There are plenty of very, very strong narrative-driven one-player games that are incredible. But for me personally, especially for more open-ended games like Dark Souls 1, I think for a game like Dark Souls 1 that is open-ended, I'd like to see it be, the narrative be focused around the world and the story rather than the individual, right? Because it's about the individual character, right? It's this person walking around, the lady talking about him, right? I think that the dialogue was incredible. It was really, really good. But beyond that, it was entirely character driven, and it doesn't really. The thing with Dark Souls 1, right, is like in Dark Souls 1, let me just open it up, right? Dark Souls 1 intro, right? You know what the fuck is going on, right? Okay, so they tell you in the Age of Ancients there's some shit happening, right? And then suddenly there's fucking dragons. Shit, there's dragons. And then there's the weird boys right there. They came. It's implied that you were one of them, but it's not necessarily stated, okay? So there's a certain amount of almost like respect that the story gives the user in letting the user determine and put pieces together themselves. And so this happens, right? Then they show you who the fuck the bosses are, right? So it's almost like in Pokemon or some kind of shit, or Captain Planet, where it shows you where the boss is, right? Like the boss in Captain Planet is recycling. The boss in Dark Souls is Nito. They're basically the same thing because one of them recycles cups, the other one recycles people. And you know what you're getting into. So whenever you actually see Nito in the game, you're like, oh fuck, this is real shit. This is the guy from the cinematic. You finally see Gwyn, oh fuck, this is the guy from the cinematic, except for he's dead. And this right here, obviously, like, this is good. Then you have the dragons. They challenge the dragons. So all of this is happening, right? And then finally, you have this fucking dick-sucking piece of shit, Seethe the Scaleless, and it doesn't necessarily imply that he worked with Gwyn, or it implies that he worked with Gwyn, but it doesn't necessarily say it, right? And I think that stories that don't necessarily say things, but they imply them, can create incredibly strong narratives and a much stronger connection in the user's mind, the reader's mind, whatever, the viewer's mind, because the viewer creates the connection themselves, and that way it's internal and not necessarily external. Okay, I don't know if I'm getting too much into this, but I think about this a lot, right? And I like things that aren't necessarily driven by the character. Okay, all right, fine. I will watch the fucking Bloodborne one. Is this it? Which one of these is it? Before I get into it. The first one. Okay. Oh, it's blood, and the game's called Bloodborne. Huh. Okay. Oh. So is this like Victorian age, like Europe? Yes? Okay. Oh shit! It's the French Revolution. I don't know who that's Rasputin right there. Sure. Oh, it's cool. Oh shit. That's me, right? Oh, there's more. Oh, that's a really big skull. Damn. God damn, okay. That's some real shit. Yeah, I would say that's pretty good. Oh, what is this here? The old Hunter trailer. Let me see how long it is. Let's see. This one right here, Old Hunters expansion DLC. Yes, okay. Just a second. Let me get a drink first before I look at this. We're good.
Curse the fiends, their children too.
Oh,
Their
shit.
children forever true.
That's too many fingers.
I call to the bloodless wherever they be.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This one's good.
The night brings with the vile scum, and is permeated by their rotten stench. Just think, now you're set to hunt and kill to your heart's content.
I like it. I like it a lot. Look at that avoid. That's me, dude. That's me. See that? That's me right there. That's me. There it is, dude. Holy shit, this is good. Okay. Looks nothing like the game. Yeah, I figured that. There's bosses like... Wow. Oh.
PlayStation.
A stupid fucking intro. Outro or whatever.